I just discovered that some friends of mine of a certain age don't have life insurance. Really? Greetings, Earthlings. I'm Dr. Will, and welcome to Dr. Will Presents. I trained as a financial planner once upon a time, and one of the things I learned was that the cornerstone of every person's financial plan should be or should include life insurance. If you like content like this, then whack the subscribe button below and you'll get more content like this. Apparently you also need to hit the little bell thing too in order to be notified when there's new content. So try that. First of all, what is insurance? Insurance is a way of managing risk, and it's been around since before the Code of Hammurabi, so millennia. Ever since human beings were trading, people were trying to figure out how to spread the risk around so that no one person is always hammered when something bad happens. Insurance has evolved over time through the Middle Ages, where much of insurance dealt with trade on ships and caravans of goods and precious cargoes moving across territories that were rife with risk. So one thing insurance wouldn't do, for example, is if your roof got smashed up with hail storms, which we get in North Texas quite a bit. You couldn't go out and get a homeowner's insurance policy to pay for hail damage that had already occurred to your roof. So like I said, it manages risk. So life insurance, who's not at risk from dying? Because none of us get out of this alive, right? Well, that's true. Everyone will pass through that door. The question is when, and how prepared you are and your loved ones are for that occurrence. Each person should have at least enough insurance, quite honestly, to bury them. It's a $9,000 to $10,000 expense at the low end. And you don't want your loved ones to be worried about how to afford your funeral when that time comes. You should at least have $10,000 or $15,000 of life insurance. And quite honestly, if you have children, they should be insured as well. Most life insurance policies include riders for your children to be insured until they reach age 18, in which case their rider can be converted to a life insurance policy of their own. It's kind of curious as to why some people don't have life insurance. Partly it's because, as one of the things they taught us in financial planning school, was that people are uncomfortable talking about their mortality. We should not be uncomfortable talking about our mortality because it is a simple fact that it's something we will all face. That said, folks are uncomfortable talking about their mortality. So they don't want to talk about it, they don't want to think about it. But planning, and planning for your financial future and the financial future of your loved ones, must include that consideration as well. There are two basic kinds of life insurance policies, whole life and term. A whole life policy includes a cash value that grows over time. Term life insurance is just life insurance, and it's not treated as an investment. If you recall the scene from It's a Wonderful Life, George Bailey is left with this life insurance policy that has a small cash value, and that's all that Mr. Potter says that he is worth, is that cash value in that life insurance policy. That's whole life. Term is just insurance, and it lasts for a certain specific number of years. You can renew it, but at a much higher premium. Financial gurus like Dave Ramsey would say, don't ever get whole life insurance. Get term and then take the difference in premium, because whole life policy will have a much higher premium than a term policy. Take the difference and invest that in a good mutual fund, and you will grow your wealth faster. Final question is it worth it? I think most certainly. You should have at least enough to cover your own funeral so you don't burden your loved ones with that expense. Beyond that, if you're married, you have a family, you should have 10 to 12 times your annual income as the value of your life insurance, so that if something happened to you, they would not suffer the lack of your income during that period of time. Gives them enough time to get back on their feet after the loss of you. Well, thanks for stopping by today. That's all we have time for. Remember, a conversation is more interesting than a monologue, so put your comments below and we will get to them next time. Be sure to whack the subscribe button as well, and then you'll get more content like this. That's it for me for you for now. Be careful out there. I'll be seeing you. Bye.